Now we have seen that one of the disadvantages of the linked list implementation is if you have to access randomly. So let us say I want to access block number 2 of the file. Even if I have to access the block number 2 of file A, I'll have to go and access block number 0 in order to get the pointer which is pointing to the second block, which is nothing but block number 1. And now I have to go to block number 1, and from that I can find out where the block number 2 is present in the hard disk, right? Therefore it is very difficult for me to do the random access. Even if I have to do the random access, I'll have to access all the blocks in the file, right? So that is why this is the disadvantage, right? Random access. Now just to correct it, what we could do it is how the implementation have changed is, the solution is like this. We are going to allocate an array, we are going to create an array, and in this array, for every disk block in the hard disk, we are going to maintain one entry. For example, if you have 15 blocks, 15 physical blocks, for all the 15 physical blocks, one entry is maintained in this array, right? Now this particular array is going to show us where the next block of the file is present in, right? For example, if you see about the same file A, how it will be implemented is, file A is starting with 4, isn't it? File A's first physical block is at 4, right? Okay, it is pointing to 4. Now when you go to the entry 4, here you can clearly see that the second block is 7, isn't it? The second block of the file is present in the physical block number 7. That is what is given there. Now if you go to the second block, which is 7 in this array, it will give you where the third block of the file is present. It is saying that the third block of the file is present in block number 12, isn't it? The third block of the file is present in the block number 12. Right? And now if you go to block number 12, it is going to show you where the fourth block of the file is present in. It is showing 10, isn't it? It is present in 10. Now if you go to the 10th block, it is showing -1. What does it mean? It means that the file has ended in the block number 10. Got it? Therefore, by using this table, we will be able to randomly access any block of the file. For example, if I have to access the third block of the file, I know that this is where the first block is, and this is where the second block is, and this is where the third block is. Therefore I can go to the block number 12 directly. Therefore random access is possible, right? I mean, compared to the earlier implementation, this implementation is better, but still it will also have some disadvantage. Okay, this table is called as file allocation table. This is the table which is file allocation table. Now the disadvantage is, see, advantage is random access is easier. Now the disadvantage of this table is the size of it may be very large, right? The size of this one might be too big that it will consume a lot of memory. For example, I'll just give you a scenario. Let us say a hard disk is having a capacity of 20 GB, right? And assume that we are going to have each block of size 1 MB, right? Or let me say 1 KB. 1 KB is the size of each block, right? Now what happens is, if this is the size of each block, then the total number of blocks which are present in this hard disk is going to be 20 million. So 20 million blocks are going to be present in the hard disk. Now if you have to maintain one entry for every block, then you will have to maintain 20 million entries, right? Now assuming that each entry is going to occupy a space of 4 bytes, right? It is going to take up a space of 20 million into 4 bytes, which is nothing but 80 MB. So 80 MB space is wasted only to maintain this, right? And as you grow the capacity of the hard disk, it is going to be even bigger, isn't it? As the number of blocks are going to be increasing, the entry size will also increase, right? Therefore it is cumulatively going to be a very big thing. Got it? So that is the disadvantage of this method. Even though random access is there, there is a disadvantage. Got it? Okay. And one more thing is, this entire data structure is a in-memory data structure. So this entire table will be stored inside the main memory of the computer. So because of that, we'll be able to randomly access any block, right? In case if this is if this is also kept in the hard disk, then in order to fetch this one, again you might have to do some disk accesses, which will make the random access difficult, right? So in case if it is already present in the memory, you will be able to access any block quickly, right? This is the in-memory data structure. Okay, fine.